I told my entitled husband to send our child to her abusive mother. If he wants to criticize my hard work, she can go to someone else. I'm not someone who has ever wanted kids to start with. I knew I was unable to have children from a very young age due to a medical condition, and made peace with this long ago, and it wasn't difficult for me to. I have been married to my husband for 3 years now and absolutely adore his daughter. She's a literal ray of sunshine and joy. And he has been honest with me from day one that his daughter will always be his first priority, something that I actually admired about him. I also understood that he will never be able to leave her with her mother because she has a drinking problem that can lead to violence. However, recently he started being very judgmental of everything me and his daughter do together. His daughter is now 7 years old and a few months ago fell during practice and fractured her arm. He was very worried about her and I was too, but he has always been very protective of her. When I told him that he should relax, she'll be alright, and that he can't control every aspect of her life as a way to comfort him, he told me that he'll never be someone like my father. Something that really hurt me, but I let it slide. After this incident, he started throwing comments here and there about how I'm being careless with her, how I'm not fit to be around her, or how I sometimes act so childish with her. A few days ago, I was going to pick her up from school, but I was 15 minutes late due to a hold-up at work, while he was out on a business trip. I felt that she was upset about waiting this long because she never had to wait this long before, but she didn't complain, I just felt it. She was not as upbeat as she usually was, so I decided to cancel my plans for the weekend and spend some time with her. With the promise that all studies would be done on Sunday, which almost always was the usual case. We had what she called girls only day. Till Dad comes home. Went shopping, ate out, had a Disney marathon, and spent some time by the backyard pool. That was over the course of 2 days till my husband came back home. I told him what we did over the few days he was away, which I have of course mentioned over the phone when we talked, or his daughter mentioned when he called her. However, his reaction was not what I expected one bit. His first words to me were, "Do you think you can be a proper mother figure for once in your life?" A sentence that till now still bothers me and echoes in my head. We had a big argument which ended with me saying that if he doesn't see me as a proper mother figure to his daughter, he should send her to live with her real mother. I still feel bad about saying this, and I know that it would upset me to no end if he actually separated her from me. Because I have honestly grown very attached to her. However, still, I do not know if there is something I am not seeing or if there is something I fail to understand. Maybe I do not have the instinct to mother a child, or I do not see it as big of a responsibility as it should be. I just do not understand.
I told my entitled husband to send our child to her abusive mother. So the issue with his daughter has not been about the way I am with her, but a different thing. In short, he is not cheating on me, but he thinks I might have cheated on him. There was someone in his ears, and it was his mother. Mother-in-law didn't like me from day one, and I was stupidly oblivious to how deep it ran. Yes, a part of me did not allow myself to be fully relaxed around her, and I was kind of on guard because she was excessively nice at times, but I never imagined her dislike ran this deep. It was normal for her to call me names behind my back, say I'm not on their level, tell my husband that I'm using him for his money, even though till his latest promotion I was making more than him, and he always joked to mention in front of his family that I was the breadwinner. Now it makes sense why. Also, I was told that whenever my husband stood up for me, her response was, "It's not like she'll be the mother of my grandchild one day." It kind of makes sense now why she had a whole hissy fit when I miscarried the first year of my marriage, as I never went into details about my medical condition with her. I just mentioned I couldn't have a child of my own. Another thing was last year's Mother's Day when my stepdaughter asked her grandma if she could get a gift to mom. She refers to me by my first name, and never have I heard her call me mom. Her grandmother went on to explain that she should never call me mom because I'm not her actual mother, I'm just Mila. This last thing specifically I fully believe because I remember it being around the time that my husband asked me how would I feel if his daughter referred to me as mom. Her latest scenario was telling everyone that it's suspicious how sometimes I ask her to babysit my stepdaughter for a bit after school even though I'm working from home. Even though I stole her time with her grandchild. Yes, there were a couple of months when I was so busy with a project that even watching over her while I worked from home was not even an option. I can only imagine how she twisted this. I knew all this from his brother's wife when she called me about a few hours ago because she knew I left home and was staying with my mom for a while. In her opinion, I should not give mother-in-law the satisfaction of sabotaging my marriage. I left home after we tried to have a decent conversation about what he viewed as problematic last weekend. The conversation started great and ended horribly with him asking if I wanted a divorce because I was not satisfied or happy with marrying him. However, after all of this and as of now, I'm starting to wonder if it's all worth it. To be honest, if I knew from day one that mother-in-law talked about me like this, I wouldn't have gone through with the marriage or even a relationship to start with. I feel like I was lied to in a way. I also do not understand why did my husband not talk to me about any of this. If it's his way of keeping peace between me and his mother, then it's not appreciated. I'm almost tempted to just call him and tell him that it's either he cuts his mother off from our marriage or at the very least expect me to not have any relationship with her, or everyone should go on their separate way. My mind is currently working in overdrive and I probably won't be able to even talk to him and come up with some sort of solution till my feelings are not clouding my thought pattern.